Time NFL news, Maxx Crosby has just been traded to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks, one in 2026, which is number 14 overall, and also a first-round pick in 2027. The Las Vegas Raiders, all according to reports, were looking for a Micah Parsons type of deal. They wanted 2 first-round picks and a starting caliber player. I think because the Ravens' first overall or first-round draft pick is number 14 overall, where they were probably getting a lot of other offers in the 20s and the 30s for a lot of those other teams. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notifications. I'm at the house right now. I will be live on the Raiders Report here very, very soon. If you don't already know, we're going to blow the roof off this joint because I do think that this is going to be a trade that it needs to be talked about. Whether you're happy, whether you're upset, I think we can look at it like this. You cleared $30 million by trading away Maxx Crosby. You moved on from Geno Smith. You moved on from Alex Cappa. You got $43 million. Plus now 2 first-round picks. You got a first-round pick in a really, really solid draft in 2027. And then you got the number 14 pick overall. If you can take that $30 million that you're saving from Maxx Crosby, and you can turn that in to 4, 5 different starters with a team that has the amount of holes that this organization has from top to bottom, I can understand why Las Vegas did it. And I get it. Max is always going to be a Raider for life. I have the utmost respect for 98, and I have always had the utmost respect for 98. But I think Raider fans really, truly got to understand that this trade came way more from the Maxx Crosby side, and his team has been working diligently behind the scenes, and it looks and it smells very similar to the Davante Adams type of trade, where Davante told us, hey, I'm good, and then it ended up happening, right? Davante ended up getting traded away. For Maxx Crosby, I think he learned a lot from the Antonio Pierce offseason, where he was loud, he was very vocal that he wanted AP to be a part of this regime, and that was an absolute disaster. So what did Max do? He rehabbed. He tried to just stay focused on his own personal self, but now he's going to get an opportunity to go out, and he's going to get an opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl, because at the end of the day, if you got Lamar Jackson, you're going to be able to compete for a Super Bowl. So here's what I want to know down below. I want to know who won the trade. The Baltimore Ravens get Maxx Crosby. By the way, the deal that's going to end up going for any Ravens fans out there, you're going to get Max at about $7 million. It's like 7.7. You can restructure his contract if you need to, but mark my words, Maxx Crosby's going to get a brand new deal with the Baltimore Ravens. It might not be right now, but it's going to be soon, because he's going to want that new deal. He's got $0 million guaranteed in 2027, 2028, and in 2029, and I believe he's going to get north of $40 million per year for the Las Vegas Raiders side of it. I understand that what Max is. And this is the first time that I personally, this and the Khalil Mack trade are very similar to me, where it just feels totally different from top to bottom. And I can understand the frustration for some fans that are out there. I really, truly do, man. Believe me when I tell you, I really, truly do. But if we're looking at where the Las Vegas Raiders are sitting at right now, and we're going, do we think that we're a Super Bowl caliber team right now? I personally don't think that we are a Super Bowl caliber team as it stands right now. Maxx Crosby's going to be 29 years old, coming off back-to-back seasons where he's had a lot of those knee issues. So I think for the Las Vegas Raiders, they go, okay, we got an unhappy superstar. He wants to play for a winning organization. It's not like he didn't want to play for the Raiders. And that's what I want to be very clear about. I know that I got told something earlier in the week that Max had a top team that he wanted to go play for. I'll say this right now, the Baltimore Ravens were not the team that I was under the impression that Max wanted to play for. I was under the impression Max wanted to play for the Chicago Bears. But I think what the Raiders ultimately did was they kind of tried to do right by Max. I think that the hope was that Chicago was going to be able to offer, 2 first-round picks and a starting caliber player for Maxx Crosby. It didn't sound like Chicago was going to do that. So I'm not going to lie to you. I think that this move does make sense for the Baltimore Ravens. A team that, let's face it, they underperformed last season. They didn't get to where they ultimately wanted to go. And I know that they didn't make the playoffs, but that's That's part of the game, right? And like that's probably one of the reasons why John Harbaugh also ended up getting fired. But like to me, Jesse Minter was somebody that was very highly regarded for Tom Brady, for John Spytek. And obviously, you know, Tom Brady, this organization, they have a lot of good communicators with somebody like Jesse Minter, no doubt about it. Now, the Raiders go into that 3-4 defense. Does that really impact Maxx Crosby? No, I don't really think that it does. But I'm a complete shock. I knew Max was going to be dealt. I did a show on Monday saying like, hey man, I don't really think that he's going to end up getting dealt. Had people who I trust reach out to me and they're like, dude, I'm telling you right now, Maxx Crosby is going to end up getting dealt. Put it up there at 80%. A lot of news, a lot of rumors have kind of just trickled throughout the week. There's been a lot of really good offers out there, but I'm not really surprised at the timing of this trade. If you're the Raiders and if you're the Ravens, you want to be able to plan accordingly. You want to be able to plan in your offseason, free agency, the draft. You need to go all in. And Baltimore has clearly gone all in by trading for Maxx Crosby. But I know some fans are probably going to be upset that you didn't get the player involved. I think because you get pick 14 and because you get that other first round pick in 2027, I mean, like, that's really good value. It is. Like, it is a good value for a player who we also have to remind ourselves, right? This is just the truth of it. He's got off-season surgery. He expected that surgery to be 4 to 6 weeks. It's actually a 3 to 4 month thing. So the Baltimore Ravens just gave up 2 first-round picks, and they are okay with paying him the amount of money that they are going to be paying him. And again, Max is on one of the best contracts in the NFL, but it is still a lot of money to be paying a defensive end that probably will not be able to clear your protocol until June, until May. Like, that's when he's going to be able to prove, I think, that he's ultimately 100% healthy. Wild day in the NFL. Wild day for the Raiders. I bet you my neighbors know my name, and not for the reasons that I want them to, right? Shout out if you know the song. But I'm getting ready to get all cleaned up here. I just took Chuck out on a little bit of a walk. Jeremy Reed, I don't know who the hell is going to be producing the Raiders Report Live, but as soon as this video ends, I'm running my ass into the Chat Sports Studios. If you got questions, if you got comments, if you want to talk about Maxx Crosby getting traded to the Baltimore Ravens, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, because this is the type of big-time NFL news that fires me the F up. It's why I've been hooting and hollering as long as I have. I believe in Clint Kubiak. I believe in John Spytek. And I do fully believe in this rebuild that the Raiders need to be able to do. I think they kind of did right by Max, putting him on a team that's going to be in that Super Bowl window, but we're also doing right by us, putting our best foot forward over the next 2 years. Get ready, get wild, Max. I will say this before I end this video, and I know some people are probably going to get mad at me because I sound excited. I'm excited because I think that the Raiders got a first-round pick at pick number 14, because right now your draft is, you got to pick at number 1. You got to pick at 14, 36, 67, 102, 117, 134, 175, 182, 185, 218. 11 total picks there, right? 11 total picks, and then you got 7 picks in the top 4 rounds. On top of that, now you're looking at somewhere around, if I had to do the mental math, probably $132 million, the most money in NFL salary cap. We need to crush this offseason. It's not going to be easy to see Max in another jersey, but the easiest way to make sure that that ends up working out is finding good replacements. If you didn't see the video that I put out earlier this week, it was Maxx Crosby replacements. Can you replace Max with an Odafe Oweh, maybe a Khalil Mack? Now maybe you can draft an extra edge rusher there at 14. Like, could we see Ruben Baines slide down here a little bit and you can end up getting him? We got a lot to talk about. I got to get my ass into the studio. We're scheduled to go live at 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see y'all there. Get your drinking pants. It's Friday night. I've been waiting for this news all day to go down. Let's get a little bit weird. Let's get a little bit wild. But let's also celebrate Maxx Crosby, who was a great Raider. And I will wish him nothing but the best. People can sit at me. They can yell at me. I know that nobody is above the shield, but I will always wish the best for Maxx Crosby. I will always wish the best for the Crosby family. And if anybody for the Crosby family still wants me to support the Crosby Foundation, I hope that you guys don't even hesitate to ask. Let's get rowdy. Let's talk about this deal a little bit more. Got a lot of segments coming up for you guys here on the Raiders Report.